Hi everybody and welcome to the Mental Toughness and Body Show. My name is Rob Evans and I'm your weight loss coach, health strategist and internationally published author, helping take your life, your business, your health, your fitness, your mindset from where you are to being unstoppable. And today's topic is, when do you overhaul you? There will become times in your life where something happens, whether it's like a snowball hitting you in the face that says, do you know what, something's not working here. I need to overhaul myself. Now, I'll tell you what has inspired today's podcast. I was watching the press conference that Rudy Giuliani was doing around the legal action that they're taking because of the illegal voting and all these allegations that they've got, people coming forward about the whole, the hijacking, if you like, of the presidency and the vote. And as somebody that's not a US citizen, somebody that didn't vote in the US election and doesn't live there, just being somebody that has a different democratic way of voting people in and out, the fact that voting is compulsory here, the fact that we have an independent electoral commission that does all the voting, and observing what happens in the US, it just got me thinking that with all this going on, at some point does someone say, we need to, I'm not familiar with their constitution, but whether you need to change the constitution so that these future electoral ballots or for the presidency are controlled by a completely independent body. Because if what they're coming out and saying is true, then it's ridiculous. And how do they allow those things to happen? I mean, the whole concept is just open to so much potential fraud. So for me, looking in, says you could overcome all of these things if they took a leaf out of the Australian Electoral Commission and said, we should do the voting just like they do here. It should be a completely independent body, and I'm sure there are ways that can be definitely improved by the way that we do it here. But it's a pretty solid system, and it just makes me think, why do they continue to do it the way that they're doing? So out of this, are we going to get a change to the electoral system in the US? Because it certainly needs overhauling, and it seems to me that if you had an independent body doing it, then the things that they're talking about would never happen. So then I got thinking about, well, how often do things happen in your own organisation, in your own life, with your own health and fitness, for instance, your own mindset, your own thinking, where what's going on over there in the US elections is similar to what's going on in your own mindset, your own business, where stuff is going on, it's not right, it's not working, and at some point something says, boom, I've got to do something different. It's a bit like driving your car on the freeway on the wrong side of the road. You might get a few kilometres, you might keep weaving in and out the traffic, but at some point you're going to have an accident, and maybe that's the point where you say, maybe I should be turning around and driving with the traffic as opposed to driving against it. When it comes to your health and wellness, is it time to overhaul yourself? Now, what's the snowball in the face with your health and fitness? Well, sometimes it's having a checkup and you see that you've got an adverse blood pressure reading. You've got adverse blood results. Maybe your cholesterol has gone up. Maybe you've had a prostate test and that has come back unfavourable. Maybe you've now got type 2 diabetes because your blood sugars are too high. There's a whole range of different diseases that can be picked up or precursors to them through blood tests. Maybe you've got a skin cancer. Maybe you're just overweight and your blood readings have changed. Maybe your blood readings haven't changed, but you're just overweight and you're feeling uncomfortable, and you're now just in a high risk category of having those diseases. You don't have any, but you're just in a high risk category. Maybe you're starting to find that stress is a big part of your life, and that's having an impact on your blood pressure. You don't have any of the other diseases, but your blood pressure is going up, and your stress is affected, your energy is affected, your sleep is being affected, your performance in the bedroom, the way that you would like it, the way your partner would like it, is not where you want it to be. Maybe they're the signs for you that, yeah, it really is time for me to overhaul myself. What's really important is to recognize the signs. Listen to your body, but also listen to your mindset, and make sure that you're on this continuous upward path of growth in your life, your business, everything, so that every day you're looking for opportunities to do things better. Maybe it's be more productive. When it comes to your business, maybe there are some procedures, way you handle different conversations, systems, processes, everything like that. It could be the way that you're handling that, it could be different and be done better. A lot of people are chasing that next shiny object and just adding, say, a new product, a new service to the business without maybe perfecting or making better what you've currently got in place. And you think, oh, well, no, it's not that. We'll just add this new product and that'll do it. Well, it's not going to be a new product that's going to do it for you. It might help, but I guarantee you're probably not going to add a new product to your existing model if you're not successful, and boom, overnight it's just going to be successful like that. It's not going to be like that. Like if you're not running a good business and all of a sudden you've got an iPhone, or it looks like an iPhone, it does what an iPhone does, but you're not branded like an iPhone, then it's not going to do the same thing, because people are going to be like, oh, what's this? This seems a bit fake. But the iPhone will do really well if you already have a cracking business, because you know that you're doing all the right things, and this is just an extension of what it is that you're already doing. So for instance, if Apple just added a new product like the Apple, I don't know, the Apple clock, rather than the Apple Watch or something, I don't know, then I guarantee you it'd sell well, because it's Apple, it's branded, it's already successful. I think, wow, this is a great new extension to the Apple brand. Maybe it's Apple jeans, jeans that you put on and they communicate with all of your Apple devices. They change color, they self-wash, they automatically fit to you, whatever. They'll be successful because they're already successful. So maybe there are things out there within your current system, your current business systems and processes that need to be fixed, need to be completely overhauled, because keeping on doing the same things is just not working for you. When it comes to your health and wellness, keeping on eating the same things and expecting a different outcome is not going to cut it for you. So you need to overhaul your thinking first of all, because if you've always struggled, let's just say that you've always been overweight. Go back and look through the photos of the last 5, 10, 15, 20, maybe 30 years and see, okay, have you always been overweight? I looked at some photos today that were 10 years old. Just stumbled across them because I was looking for some older photos of what I used to like or look like compared to my transformation this year. And it was interesting. I remember taking the photos 10 years ago and thinking that I looked really good, but I was going through a phase where I wanted to look a little bit better. So I took some before photos, and I remember taking the photos and thinking, yeah, I'm happy with where I look, but I want to put on a little bit more size. Now, if I compare my photos from just this week to that, I am so chalk and cheese better now than where I was 10 years ago, even a couple of years ago. And I remember one of the things that I've changed is my thinking about what was possible for me. I didn't know how to achieve it back in 2010, and I thought I was heading down the right path. But once you have the knowledge, once you get the coaching, once you really understand what's involved with your training and your food, then you can completely change it. But the big thing that changed was my mindset around what was possible for me and having that really big goal to be aiming for. And so that then set me on a path of, well, just get out of my way, because that's where I'm going no matter what this year. So I think that's probably the first place where you need to overhaul your mindset around, stop telling yourself the same old story that, no, I'm pretty happy with my health where it is. Now you may be in the best shape ever and best health ever, but don't fool yourself into just coming up with that story. Don't be afraid to dream. Don't be afraid to push your thinking to another level. If you're currently overweight and you want to be in your beach shorts or board shorts or a two-piece bikini or something and a fitness magazine model, cover ready, then if that's what you want for you, then don't think that it's impossible. It doesn't matter what age you're at. Just believe that it's possible for you and work your butt off to get there. Get the coaching to help you get there. And then you just put in the work. But I challenge everybody to think bigger when it comes to your health and wellness, because we make up so many different stories to ourselves that we can't do it because of time, money, motivation, families, partners, love food too much, don't have the time to train. It's going to require a bigger commitment than I think it really does, but you think it's just way too hard for me to be able to do it. But they're all just limiting beliefs. And I think if I look back upon my life and I say, if I was talking to my younger self, like even if I would say 13, so the age of my youngest daughter now, it's like, what would I say to that younger version of me? I would say there are going to be times in your life where you're going to be scared, where you're going to be fearful of doing it, whatever it is. But what you need to do is realize that when you step into the fear, that's where you get the growth. So I want you to be scared, because being uncomfortable is really good, because that switches on a whole range of other things within your nervous system that makes you step up and perform better. Without nerves, you don't perform at a high level. So be fearful, recognize that that's good, and just realize that you're about to grow, and step into that fear anyway, because fear is exciting. Fear means that you're about to change. Don't be scared of the no matter what it is, because that's normally what we're scared of. We're scared of someone saying no. We're scared of the rejection. Be scared, be fearful, but still do it anyway, because there is growth just around the corner. And it could be a case of the growth is about to occur in a few seconds, because that moment where you're so fearful, as soon as you say something, ask something, whatever, it's going to be resolved there and then. But if you never ask, you'll never know, and you'll always be kept wondering, and that can be the story that you live with your life. And you say, well, I'm just a little bit fearful, and you never really step forward. But the more you do that, and at the youngest age that you can do that, the better. It'll set you more likely up for success faster in the future. And that's what I encourage my girls to do. If you're scared, do it anyway. I think it's great that they get on the stage and do their cheerleading and stuff, even though they haven't been able to be on stage this year. But there's something about that performing in front of other people at a high level in a competition that just invokes a different mindset in someone. Because if you've never had to compete, if you've never had to, practice and push for something, then there's a part of you that I think is not being lit up. There's a part of you that's allowed to die. But when you're put under that pressure, it forces you to step up, to find another level, to bring out your best. So that's what I would say to my younger self, because I think I was fearful for probably 15, 20 years. And if I'm completely honest, there are probably aspects of fear that still live with me that prevent me from doing things as fast as I should do them. And so this is life's journey, isn't it? Continuously looking to overhaul yourself, continuously looking to make yourself better. So here's my question to you. What do you need to overhaul? Because I guarantee you this, everybody needs to change something about them. What can you change today that's going to have a big impact on you tomorrow? Have a great day. Stay safe. I'll see you tomorrow.